have one.
Wow. What's up?
What? What? I didn't notice anything.
Uh-huh. Yeah, football season is what's up, and we're not in Stillwater.
Well, you know what? We wouldn't be in Stillwater anyway. They postponed the game a week.
Who knows? They messed up the schedule and everything else, but we technically opted out of the season.
You could kind of say we were opted out, but
yes,
kind
you could
of.
definitely say we were opted out. Let's just say, without going into details and airing dirty laundry, there was not necessarily a good way to handle all this, but there was a bad way to handle it. Mm-hmm. And it does well have said. It has us questioning whether or not last season was our last season at home games. And we don't like to question that. But it doesn't mean we're not fans. I mean, the majority of college football fans are people that don't go to the games anyway. It's just, you got to play it by the numbers there. But, yeah, anyway. So we won't be going to Stillwater this fall. Canceled my reservations at Lake McMurtry because we want to be able to watch the games, and unfortunately at Lake McMurtry it's you're rolling the dice. You don't know if you're going to get good satellite reception or not, you know, depending on how much foliage is in the trees. And you know,
and just to recap, that's the lake that we stay at. We reserve it a year in advance for the next season.
So I decided it probably would not be a good idea to go up there to stay the weekend on a game weekend and then find out we can't get the game on satellite. So, which most of the games, if not all of the games, are on satellite or cable channels. We can't get them over the air. So, and our Togo, you know, the data plan expired on it a month or two ago, so we can't do it over the internet. So yeah, 2020. Enough said there.
Everything bad that happens is just going to be 2020 from here on out. Even in 2030.
Yeah. I mean, all this week I spent trying to find us a reservation at a state park. I'm not going to harp on the whole state park, everybody's going to state parks thing,
but they are.
They are, and I couldn't find a spot. I mean, seriously, this is our second weekend in a row not camping. This is painful. But couldn't find a spot. Just there weren't any spots out there unless we wanted. There was a couple of 30 amp spots, but the weather's not quite there yet. This weekend the weather was there, but there weren't any spots available.
It's hot in Oklahoma.
So 2 weekends in a row.
I mean, it's not hot in Oklahoma right now, but
no,
I'm just saying Oklahoma is hot. That's what I'm trying to say. It's generally hot.
I just sat down at the computer during a commercial break on one of the football games because, you know, we are college football fans. Just in case you didn't catch that. I sat down at the computer and just on a whim went to the website and went to our favorite lake and found us a campsite for next weekend. It was not available the 3 times I checked earlier this week. There were no open spots, and I found one open spot, and that one open spot just happens to be our favorite spot. So,
moral to this story is don't give up.
You know, we should just change the title to these videos to like the car diaries or something silly, because every time we do one of these, we're sitting in the car.
Car diaries. Has that been used?
I'm pretty sure it's been used. You know, a couple of days ago, Sunday, if you're watching this like years into the future, well, it was years ago. But the video where we tried to kill ourselves hiking to Mount Ida.
We weren't really trying to kill ourselves. We were just seeing if we were going to die or not. We weren't trying.
The smoke is from the Cameron Peak fires. And the Cameron Peak fires, I'm trying to remember the other day, I think they said they were like number 4 on the list of the biggest fires in Colorado in the past 20 years, something like that. 3 or 4, it's big. It got to that status Labor Day weekend. It quadrupled in size, and it wasn't because of the all the partying going on. It was just the weather, the way the weather did that weekend. So in all of our videos coming up from Rocky Mountain National Park, you're going to see the smoke in the sky.
Apparently it just got worse after we left.
Yeah, they actually shut down Trail Ridge Road because of the smoke. The fire after Labor Day weekend and its expansion, it got into the national park, the far northern reaches of the national park. And I think 11 square miles, I think, is the damage that's done out there. The one of the problems they're having with this fire is the terrain. You know, all that stuff that we hike on, yeah, it's great for hiking, not so much for driving a fire truck or, you know, carrying 100 pounds worth of firefighting gear. You know, that's a big challenge. The other piece of it, the reason it's one of the reasons it's burning like wildfire, couldn't help it, sorry, is the pine beetle kill. You know, they've had an issue out there for quite a few years now, pine beetles killing the pine trees, and those pine trees just stand there as dead trees until eventually they fall over, or Terry pushes them over like she did on one of our
accident
hikes. It was a little one, so don't give her too much credit. But you know, dead wood doesn't take much to get it going. So,
and what were you just reading about drones?
oh yeah. You know, drones, you know, the popular tool for videography. I really believe at some point in the near future, drones are going to be relegated to business use only.
Which is sad.
But anyway, in one of the articles I was reading about the Cameron Peak fire, one of the fire chiefs was explaining that, look, you fly a drone out there, we have to ground all of our aircraft until we know that drone is gone, until we can verify that drone is no longer out there. So it is illegal to fly a drone over the fires for good reasons.
So somebody's home could literally be destroyed just because they weren't able to get out there in time because there's a dang drone in the air.
Yeah, that's for, like I said, all of our Rocky Mountain National Park videos, you are going to see smoke in the sky. It really kind of interfered with our love of hiking, because there was only so many places we could go to hike, actually.
And certain times of the day. So
Yeah.
some times of the day we were just like, it's too smoky now.
Yeah. So I guess we finish this off with a little motorhome not shopping update.
Oh darn, I thought we were going to get to sing a little song.
We could.
No, it's okay.
This was when we were going to buy a motorhome this year. I mean, right about now. But, you know, because of
That's right.
everything.
We were literally, I think, talking about September.
Yeah. But because, you know, 2020, you know, we've put it off. We'd rather not lose a few $1,000s in buying a motorhome right now, because it would cost us a few $1,000s more to buy one right now. But
I'm pretty sure that when we traded it in, if we traded one in, it would not retain that value because the market's going to be saturated.
yeah. So anyway, this led us to look deeper into some other motorhomes. And you know, Newmar introduced their front engine diesel in the Canyon Star lineup just a couple of months ago, which was intriguing. And they just, within the past few days, had a,
I missed the mosquito. There really wasn't mosquito.
I don't believe you. Newmar had a virtual RV show in the last couple of days. So Terry registered for it, and she asked the Newmar rep, okay, what about putting a motorcycle lift on the back of this front engine diesel? Because I kind of had a little bit of concerns with that, because it's still kind of the same chassis type situation as the gas rig. But he's like, yeah, you can do it. So that opens up a floor plan for us.
And you kind of believe that's accurate because one of their models is a toy hauler.
Yeah, which, by the way, we're not getting that toy hauler because it's 40 foot long, and if you just recently started following us, one of our requirements is a max of 36 and a half foot long. So so it does open up an option for us. We're still looking at it, still considering it, because it is, what did I say, $80,000 more expensive than the gas rig. So,
and double the payment.
Yeah, pretty much. So, you know,
Sit down.
it takes a little bit of thought, but
Ow.
dog is trying to mountain climb on Terry's leg.
Ow. Shorts was a bad idea.
That's why I don't wear shorts. But the other part of this is because of 2020, it may be this time next year before we actually buy one.
But they may have more models out then.
Yeah,
we may
so,
have something to choose from
you know,
that's more perfect.
We're delaying it because 2020. We're just because 2020. That's going to be like a theme, because 2020.
We need that on a shirt.
Yes,
like
definitely. I bet you somebody has a shirt
Yeah,
that says
because
2020. So it may be this time next year when we actually buy one. That's not to say between now and then we don't stumble across a great deal and just go ahead and bite the bullet and do it, but
Probably not. Probably not going to happen.
not likely.
There's a great deal. Somebody already bought it.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in the RV industry right now, and it's not in a good way for consumers really at the moment. So we're patient. We can wait. We enjoy our motorhome. You know, the longer we wait, the longer we keep the next one, I guess.
And our down payment gets better and better.
Yep. So anyway, that's the latest and greatest. I think we'll leave it at that. Catch y'all down the trail.